Hello, Scorpio. This is Truth. I'm here with your reading. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is your relationship check-in. Okay, so this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Anywhere you have Scorpio on your chart, you can watch this reading. Happy new moon. Happy new moon. Oh my goodness. Happy new moon in Scorpio to you guys. It is November 21st. Depending on where you are in the world, it could have started November 20th for you. So yes, new moon, new manifestations, new wishes, new emotions, new outlook, new things coming in. Okay, literally. You guys' channel song message is by Mint Condition. It's breaking my heart. Pretty brown eyes. That's you guys' channel song message. So you're breaking someone's heart, Scorpio, or I think it's you breaking someone's heart. Oh, Lord. Okay, so we got secret meetings. This is already being geared towards things that would break someone's heart. Like if this happened. Now, this could have happened to you, you know, in a relationship or someone else. And it was enough to scorn them. You know, one of those secret meetings here, and I'll show you the card. And it can really scorn someone if they catch one of these things happening. Intimate encounters, more is brewing, or someone having a regular side piece. That can really just like do it for this person when it comes to relationships now. Okay, yeah, this person's defensive now all the time. This is a minor arcana, so I feel like this could be someone else's problem. It's not a major arcana, like it's a lesson for you to learn or overcome. It seems like it's someone else's problem. It's like, Scorpio, while you're busy being suspicious of other people or the person in front of you, they're really suspicious of you, especially someone who you have a one-on-one relationship dynamic with. They're always suspicious of you when you're in relationships, okay? With this being the current energy, someone's suspicious right now. Why? Well, probably because you're a diamond to them, okay? Or you're really sexy, okay? They're always worried about someone having an extreme obsession or sexual attraction towards you. Like I said, you're really hot, okay? That makes sense. So, but yeah, that is there though, okay? Also, this person is defensive over their kids. They want to make sure they're in a relationship with someone who's a good parent or steward of children. They're very defensive over that. So they don't really want anyone being along with their kids. What if someone accidentally leaves them at a hotel or a Walmart or something like that? Like, you got to watch my kids. Worried about you receiving something new, maybe without telling them, especially if you guys have the kind of relationship where you intermingle funds. And then we have jealous of you with the Seven of Wands. Because sometimes in your relationship, people are afraid of you having career climbs and not needing them anymore. Secret meetings like secret job interviews. Secret meetings like secret apartment viewings. Got to make sure you're not doing that. So this person doesn't really want you to be too ambitious either. Okay, there's a couple of new moon and Scorpio stomach growls for you guys. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. My dinner last night was pork steak, macaroni and cheese, and broccoli. So I ate well. And I'm talking about fresh broccoli. I love it when I can get it fresh. I'm done with microwave. I'm done with boiling it. I like it fresh. And I like it simmered in chicken broth. About a good, I don't know, 10 tablespoons of it. Excuse me. Also have pineapples as well as a dessert. Fresh pineapples. I can't do canned anymore. Okay. I'm getting older, so I have to really eat healthy. So let's go forward. This person's really worried about, you know, what could be happening in the dark. more than you think, okay? It would break their heart, because I'm getting the song screaming at me again. Breaking my heart, yeah. Got me crying all inside. So this is telling me with the Knight of Swords, any surprising information that hits them about something you've done in the dark that they learn about, it will just hit them. So let's say that you tell them with the Knight of Swords, hey, you know, I have a job interview. Or, hey, I want to move. And let's say they're like saying no to both. And you keep on sensing that it's an uncomfortable conversation every time you have these conversations with this person. So you just kind of stop telling them. Or let's say, and it breaks their heart when you tell them these things, so you stop telling them. Let's say you want to have another truthful conversation that may be uncomfortable about the way that the children are being parented, or about jealousy that you sense in the relationship, or them kind of pining over you having something new. You bring that up, and there seems to be some kind of discomfort. If you experience that with a person or in a relationship, you probably would stop telling them those things. Like, I don't want to bring up jealousy. I'll just let it slide. I don't want to bring up how I don't like how they talk to my kid. I'll just let it slide. So this means that you've gotten into a relationship with a very abusive person, someone who's constantly on the defense. You can't have a conversation with them about anything that you don't want to have in the dark going on in your life, or anything that you see that you, or feel has gone on in the dark with them. It's like you just can't even bring anything up to a person. So how does this navigate into what I talked about earlier? Because I felt this is the person in front of you, this Seven of Wands. Okay, how they have probably had someone cheat on them at the most. But when they get in a relationship with you, they could notice defensiveness coming here from you due to relationships you've been in where you couldn't bring up things to a person because the person you were with was very defensive. So I'm getting here, new suitors notice defensiveness coming from you as they start to navigate the relationship with you. And they kind of want to know, like, well, what happened? You know, more definitely must be brewing when it comes to Scorpio's relationship house, and, you know, how they had it in relationships. All right, so we got love or money. Scorpio, it feels like someone wants to have a conversation with you about love or money. And what I mean by that is I'm getting two things. I'm seeing an ex, that the ex that did this to you made it uncomfortable for you to bring up anything. I feel like they want to give you like hush money, or they want to give you some kind of gift, or something for the kids every once in a while, or show some love every once in a while, because this person notices you don't talk to them anymore. You don't want to get back into a relationship because you know that you had a very defensive partner with them. And they feel bad that their defensiveness has made it as to where you don't bring up anything with them. You don't even want to continue on having a relationship with them, whether you have kids or not. And I feel like this person wants to do something for you. Because it's like, well, don't say I never did anything. If you had a jealous partner, they want to start, I don't know, like showing you love in your stories and your posts, so that you won't be able to ever say that, you know, they did any of these things, that you had any of these dark conversations with them, like they were never dark with you. They want to start showing you love publicly in some kind of way. If not online, then I don't know, attending one of your creative ventures, being there for you, showing up to something that you're being honored for. So you can never say that they, you know, didn't give you love, that they don't want these truths to live in you or to be talked about in song or poetry or content or with other people, or have it be a running narrative in any way with the children or your family or even with yourself. And it's all because you just got out of the relationship with them, because you saw these things here in these cards. Okay. It was always a problem if one of these things were happening. And then we got joy if you were happy. It's like you probably noticed defensiveness coming from your partner. You probably noticed defensiveness around them and your kid. Okay. And possibly even them being very defensive about everyone you were around, everywhere you were going, like not even really wanting to leave you in the room with certain people. So it's like, this person was making you feel like you would automatically become a side piece to anybody that you were left alone around. Like, I wouldn't want that integrated in my relationship either. And then jealousy, if you got some kind of personal victory or success, you'll notice that. And they'll be like, you'll never forget it. Let's say you get a new car or a new job, and then you go and tell the person you're in a relationship in with about, you go and tell the person that you're in a relationship in with about it. And they're just quiet the whole time, the whole way home. You want to come pick them up for a ride. They're like, I'm busy right now. Maybe later. Well, the excitement isn't going to be there later. They see you're excited and they're just like being really dark about it. So, I wouldn't stay in a relationship like that either. And I wouldn't want to get back into a relationship with that person either. But this person, it's like with the song, they realize they've broken your heart here, and they weren't showing you adequate love. Now, let's talk about money, okay? Why is this here? Well, this is going back to things that can happen in the dark that you figured out that they still don't want you to really believe. With the Page of Swords, I see somebody you were once in a relationship with. I see someone who you were once in a relationship with wanting to stay in contact over the years to see, if you really still look at things the way you look at it when it comes to a truth you feel like you figured out about a person. And they want to kind of chip away at it and test your temperature and try to like manipulate how you look at it. Try to make it as erased as possible. Or there's some defensiveness that still comes when you try to bring up a sore spot with this person about the time they owed you money or what they did with their money, or if they were caught giving someone money that they shouldn't have, or if they were even just caught in the dark at a hotel with someone. If you ever assumed that money was missing because somebody was spending it on another person or at a hotel with someone, this is still like a sore spot to this day, and they still are very defensive maybe about this. So I see this person wanting to give you money from a past relationship, okay? So moving forward, if you're in a new relationship now or you are waiting for one, people will notice the defensiveness from the beginning because of the things that you've been through with a past person. And I see that you had to just stop talking to a past person and stop receiving this closure that they wanted to give to you in spurts after the breakup, and definitely stopping any money from being exchanged. Like you don't even want anything from them. So I'm seeing new relationships being surprised that you don't get alimony or child support, that you don't get any kind of help when it comes to kids, or any restitution or monies or fines this person owes you, or property. Like some things have happened. Because I see you not wanting to intercommingle money with them not expect a lot of love from the new relationship or the one that you are in currently from the beginning. At the beginning, you probably weren't expecting any love or money. But yeah, new people or the new chapter of the relationship you're currently in, when this person first met you, they probably were surprised that you don't get any support or restitution from the last relationship you were in, whether you have kids or not. Because as they're getting to know you, they're wondering why, you know, you're single. They're wondering why or how, you know, something is going for you. They're concerned, you know, at the defensiveness. Queen of Cups. You're unmasking an old relationship in conversation with this person because they have a lot of why questions, a lot of curiosity as to why you're defensive with them. And it's because of this old relationship here with this Ten of Swords that you're unmasking. And you're now explaining to them why you are appearing or behaving a certain way around them. Could have been someone who you were married to. It could have been someone who you weren't married to. That is the relationship before the one you're about to get. Or it was the one before the one you're in now. If you're in a relationship now, it could be pretty wholesome after this relationship. But it's a first love relationship that you or somebody experienced that brings this defensiveness into new relationships, and people have to figure out why that's there so that they can work around it and give you the nurture and care that you need. Yeah. Or it's one that's coming in. What's this Knight of Swords? Needs you to be desperate. There's a reason for everything. Change arrives in the way you feel. Pleasantly surprised that it all worked out. So I'm seeing somebody here from your past or current giving you a pleasant surprise in love or money that you weren't expecting. Now, if it's somebody from the past, they want you to see that they have like changed. They have sat and thought about how they treated you when it came to love and money and in the relationship, and they just want to be like Mr. Deeds now or Mrs. Sweetheart. If this is a new relationship you're waiting for, it's coming in, and you'll be pleasantly surprised how it all works out. And this person is nothing like the last person you were with. You just saw you had to put a boundary down with the last person for this new person to come in, and you probably went through that relationship to learn boundaries before you can get a new and better relationship. You had to go through that one first. Learning how to set a boundary when you see that someone's jealous of you instead of just proceeding on and just never bringing it up. Learning how to set a boundary if you think that someone isn't a good steward of children instead of just sticking around and not bringing it up and just going around it, okay, in some way where you're doing all the work so that, you know, you could stay in the relationship, but you just know they're not a good steward of children. Or if you see that this person has an extreme sexual attraction to someone, instead of just like not setting a boundary and staying in it, you won't do that anymore. You receive something new and you see you can't tell a person about it. You're like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore either. I'm not going to stay in a relationship with anyone ever again if I'm dealing with a defensive partner. I will never stay with a defensive person or someone who basically gets angry every time I bring up something, or they just get worse, or Defensive people don't like having conversations. They don't care what you found out. As soon as you start talking about it, it's just like with the Knight of Swords, just the way that this lion is like pushing this person backwards, like just enough. I don't want to hear the truth. I don't want to hear about what you discovered. If the problem is about me, then I don't want to hear it. If you want to talk about yourself, says this person, then fine. But anything that I do, if you don't like it, leave. It's like this person will not ever check the complaint box. Needing you to be desperate for them. Always letting you know, like, you can leave. Or every time you bring up something to someone, all of a sudden they're about to go do something in the dark just because you brought something up. So what's that going to do? Stop you from really saying anything. Marriage, fights, convenience over heart. What's coming up? Sadness from somebody who really wanted to marry you but fucked it up. Is what's coming up. Some sadness here. This is somebody experiencing regret. Somebody from your past. What this reading is really telling me is really focused on a past relationship, you guys. I'm sorry. With somebody who wants to get back into a relationship with you again. Promising that there will be no more fighting. Arguing all the time, not on the same page, a clash of personalities. It's like this person really wants to try again. We got the Queen of Wands here. See, you are too empowered now to deal with this, okay? And if you're a Scorpio male watching or into women, I see you just not helping or supporting anyone as your boundary who is being defensive or disrespectful. You just won't help or support them anymore, okay? No love, no money. It's like for Scorpio men or for Scorpio men or women into women, I'm seeing that you guys can sometimes get a sob story at the beginning. But you'll find out at the end who was really the problem in the relationship. You'll find out the truth about the narrative that this person was spilling at the beginning. If you were concerned for them when you first met them about any help or support they needed, and they're telling you this crazy story about how they're treated unfairly, and they really would like for you to be theirs, you find out that this person was lying the whole time, and they're the ones that's really the problem in all their relationships. And we have to live and learn. But we can't let this scorn us from getting married or getting into new relationships. The same if you're a Scorpio female seeking males. A guy can come in at the beginning and talk about how terrible, a woman was before you, about how he caught her cheating and she was jealous of everybody, wouldn't let him hang out with his friends, would break his new stuff. And then you find out that he really the person who's like that. Or did that relationship turn them into the person that they were afraid of? I see that happening a lot too in relationships. Some of these people could be telling the truth, but it's too late. Because they continue to stick with that person that was being defensive and abusive to them for so long, they picked up their traits and they actually became what they hated or feared and wouldn't notice it until they got into a relationship with someone else. The same with people who don't notice that the things they saw their parents do to them that they didn't like, they now end up carrying, and they don't see until they have kids that they are actually acting exactly like the parent that they didn't see as a good steward of them growing up. But they wouldn't know that until they get into a relationship. I literally have been in a relationship with somebody who said that they parent, I'm not going to name which one, abandoned them and was never there. And I saw him abandon his children. And I'm like, aren't you late for something? Or like, wasn't you supposed to go here or there that day? And he would always tell me that he couldn't make it because of the depression. And he didn't want to tell his kid that that's the reason why it took him so long to come. Or he just didn't make it because of depression that he gained off of his life, childhood, all that kind of stuff. So maybe that could have brought understanding to him about why his parent abandoned him. Because the abandonment that a parent does alone does put them in a depression. Because it's a reason why they do it. And it makes them depressed that they are abandoning their kids. Life catches up with them, all kinds of stuff. They can disappoint their kids once and then just never come back. And it makes them depressed. And then when the kid is still open to a relationship, it's like this person can't be around because they know what they did to the kid. It's the same with you, Scorpio. It's somebody who is like really sad they have to be in the dark when it comes to everything that's going on with you because they were defensive or they were way too abusive when you were with them. Now you don't want to continue on a relationship with them. You just can't. So you have this boundary down with this person. And it's almost like y'all enemies now because you don't even want to tell this person about nothing new you got going on in your life because you feel like they would hate on it or be jealous of it because that's how they were in a relationship. Well, it's like they want to show you that they want to come through and all of this, that, and the third. Yeah, this person just doesn't want you to have a new beginning, but they really want to have new one with you. Like, they really want to lighten up this energy because damn, you don't need nothing from them. This could be a relationship you've had with not just love, but even parents or friends or anybody, platonic. It's just like once you notice jealousy or not, someone being not a good steward of children, or they're not happy for you when you receive something new, or they come in under the guise of a friend, but they're really sexually attracted to you. It's like you just learned a lot of lessons. You don't want to be around with the Fool card talking about being repelled from another person. You just don't want to be around anybody who's going to have this secretly embedded in a relationship and still try to make it as to where you stay in it with them. But people from the past want to lighten all of this up and show you a new beginning with all of these things. They just need for you to be around them, get something new, and then express joy this time. Or you all together and they don't look at somebody and try to get their phone number this time. Or you be around them again with the kid and they not secretly a bad parent this time. You express something and they're not jealous of you this time. They want to show you a lightening up of all of these things. Please bring up something to me. Show, challenge me. See, I'm happy for you. Like, oh my goodness. Or, something with money or something like, see, I have it for you. Like, it's like giving Eagle Man, I've got something for you. Look at those low rates. If you're from the Midwest, you know. I think somebody even told me they heard that commercial in California, though. Okay, Eagle Man was traveling. Eagle Man Insurance. What in the hell? Pisces, I'm not Pisces, Scorpio. Pathological liar Judas, under fire for the way they treated you. Now, no wonder they want to give you love and support under everything you do, and they they want to give money and they want to show that they was a good spouse or a good father or mother or something like that. They're being questioned for their behavior, exposed, failure of an enemy or competitor smear campaign backfires. You know, when a relationship ends, you can also see how somebody really is too. And if they started exhibiting all of this after the relationship ended, then it came out like that and you don't want to be in a relationship with them ever again. And it could have scorned how you look at relationships. Like, I'll never get married after being through what I went through. Or I'm never getting into a relationship. Like, fuck that. Because that's what a pathological liar or Judas can do. But see, whoever tried to give you a battle after you guys broke up, they actually ended up being seen like this, a pathological liar or Judas, and under fire for the way they treated you during the marriage or for the fact they never married you. It shows why you guys separated. Like, other people have been in relationships with this person and friendships, and they have gotten jobs and they have been in other circles and they did the same shit to them. So everything that this individual did in the dark in your relationship or marriage has come out. How it's something here about they have a lot of kids or hoes or child support, or they're always hooking up at hotels. This is something that is being revealed through like the grapevine, because this person continued on after the relationship doing this, all the things that you just kept secret and knew what to avoid talking about. Other people are talking about it. Like, it's out on like columns or Facebook, or it's like people have had, it's been rumors about this person, the Ten of Swords, in their community and everything. So this person has had to move and have a new beginning because of, you know, how they were with people in their neighborhood and in the relationships that they were in after you, and at the jobs. They've gotten run out of town in some places because they have messed up with everybody by being a liar and a Judas. So this person wants to get married so that they can have somebody advocate for them. Like, well, I have a husband, so I must not be that bad, or a wife, so I must not be that bad. But they have gotten run out of neighborhoods because of their ways, how they treated past people in their relationships, like their family members, like really want to catch their ass. That's probably why they got into a relationship with you, so that they wouldn't look like a bad person. You were helping this person with the Magician mask how they really are. They needed a girlfriend to mask how they really were and needed her to stay in forever, even though they are atrocious. So he made sure to date somebody very nice. That's why you were looking past these things. Not looking past them, but not speaking on them. You would just do double the work so that they wouldn't affect the children or you or your finances or decisions you were making that day. You just were carrying the relationship, okay? Then we got this person wants to move too fast with fights and the Queen of Wands. Somebody wants to move too fast and get married coming up because they don't want you to figure them out through a relationship first. Somebody does not want you to get to know them for a whole year because it's things that they're hiding that they don't want you to see, and they want to have it as to where it's basically too late for you to do anything, you know. Somebody also wants to move in together as well. Someone feels guilty about a mistake they've made and wants your forgiveness. It's still going back to a past person, y'all, especially if y'all move forward with a new person. Like move in together, or even if you get a new job on your own or you get a new place, anything that's new. It makes them feel guilty because they couldn't help you get there. You end up being with somebody successfully to marriage with marriage and not them. That's what makes this person feel guilty. So Scorpio, after this abusive partner that you've had, or this know nothing partner, did you end up moving to a new home? Did you end up getting married? Did you end up moving in with a new person? Because that's the only thing that made this person feel guilty, because it shows obviously they didn't give you enough love or money. They didn't have enough love or money because you made it. With somebody and not them. And I'm getting now with this person wants to move too fast. You get into these relationship goals quicker than this person gave you. It's like, see how easy it was for Scorpio to get married, move in, and have a relationship with no fights? The person that you were once in a relationship with, it's like there was cheating going on. There was fights and arguments. This person didn't, it took longer to get, it would take longer to get a house or an apartment even, or married with the people from your past relationships, because they didn't have enough love or money for that to happen. But your new relationship that's coming in, or the one that you're now in that's new to you, it's so much love and it's so much more money this person has. It's easier. You don't have to be in the trenches with somebody until y'all level up. You don't have to wait for this person to see you with the eyes of marriage. It's going to be completely different. You're going to be looking at it as this person wants to move too fast, but this is actually normal speed. They don't have to. You want to know why it's going to be normal speed in your new relationship to achieve relationship goals quicker than the last person? Because this new person is not entering a relationship to play with somebody's emotions and to take things out on them that happened to them in childhood or past relationships. They're not seeking to get into a relationship for the same reasons why your past people did. It's like the past people wanted to get into a relationship with you because they had secret intentions. They had to make themselves look good because of the place they just came from, or the person they just left, or something they just did. They just got ran out of town, or they just got abandoned in some way, and they needed a girlfriend for comfort or as a beard to this person's dark behavior. If I'm so dark, then why is she here? If I'm such a bad child, then why do I have a girlfriend? Could have been something he was trying to do or she was trying to do to stand up to their mother. Got a girlfriend, got a boyfriend. This is why they chose you. Because they wanted to show a parent, look, I found someone who loves me. They wanted to show a past person, look, I have a new person. They wanted to hide how dark of a person they were by being in a relationship. Those are the reasons that I'm getting, to bring understanding. And I guess, and I'm not trying to make you guys understand your past. It's the new moon in Scorpio, and it's promising new things. And I see why the new moon decided to do our reading this way. Okay, so what is your spiritual advice? We have baiting. And it's like paying attention to what people really want from you this time around after what I just said. Obviously, what I see in the new cycle is the reason why people want you is not to show people that they have a new girlfriend, or to show their parents something, or the world something, or to hide darkness. They want to marry. They want to prove to themselves that they can find someone who they're on the same page with, won't argue with all the time, and have compatibility and chemistry with. They want someone to help and heal. They want to support someone who has been through loss. They want to give a new beginning to someone who has experienced the Ten of Swords. They are happy to hear this story in a sense, because while you're talking and while you're probably tearing up, you just don't know all of the things that I just see a jewelry store in their mind. I just see a leasing office. Scorpio just doesn't know all the things I'm about to show them. A car I'm about to buy them. How much I would never do that to their family or kids. How I want to help. How they don't even know I own rental properties. How they don't even know how much I would never do that to them while they're listening. It's just like a montage. They want to take you to Aspen. They want to give you this. They want to surprise your kid with that new bike or this new car or this new gadget or something after hearing about a certain patch in your life. So, where they at? Where they at? For Scorpio, this is the new cycle, period. They're all around you. This is the new cycle. Got that King of Pentacles energy. Yeah, this is a husband. This is a good husband. This is a good boyfriend. Okay? And he just wants someone that's hot. That's all you got to do is be hot. You see the way that the King of Pentacles is looking at this card? Listen. That's all you got to do is be hot. Whether you're male or female. That's all you got to do. The healthiness. This person, you must be hot, Scorpio, if you're healthy in some way. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially. They like that high vibration of positivity that comes off of a healthy person. I don't want to make it seem like this person is shallow, like you need to literally look just like this or like this in order for them to want to help you wholeheartedly. But they would like a trophy wife. They would like, with all of these things that they can't wait to provide you. I already told you the montage they went off in their mind. They're able to bring all that to the table. So they're going to date somebody who's all that and a bag of chips too. They just are. And these men that are interested in you, they are great stewards of children. They'd never be jealous of you. They only have extreme obsession and attraction with you. They want to give you all kinds of new things and shit like that. Better person. Good spouse. Good partner here with the King of Pentacles. They're too busy enjoying being somebody's man. To do all of this over here. It's a lot more positivity in this next relationship. We got pay attention to your body. Every day brings opportunity, openness. This person could end up being a hustler. They could do pop-up shops. They could be an entrepreneur or someone who seizes the day in a positive way. Sticking out to you with the King of Pentacles. It's like this person that you get into a new relationship with or marry, they're going to believe you are such a healthy person for you to still have a positive mindset after a lot of the things you went through. For you to still be a positively emotional person after going through some of the things you went through. A lot of people see you like this. The Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups. If your partner always got on you about your weight and being very feminine, but it kind of stuck with you, they like that you are positive about it, or they want to make sure that you have a positive body image. So they understand if you dress a certain way, or if you are still maybe even dealing with some body dysmorphia. Now, this could have been implanted on you through a parent while growing up. So if you were always big and you got tired of it, your boyfriend or husband or girlfriend or wife appreciates that you're so healthy now, or if you suffered due to a negative body image from a parent or childhood, this person is here to help you. And they may be into fitness, nutrition, diet, and they want to bring you a new beginning. So this person is going to work with you when it comes to love or money. Okay? I see them giving you a new beginning in all sorts of ways. They can help you with a pop-up shop if you're always hustling. They can help you with your business if you're always hustling or struggling, okay? They can help you with a beautiful new home so you can seize the day, and it's much better for you and this community that they live in and your kids, and how they bring possessions and appliances and all kinds of things that make life easy and stuff. And it's just like, wow. This person's going to help with that too, whether they're male or female, okay? I'm also getting you are a really nice person like this, and you have done this. And it should be what you expect in your relationships from now on. If you saw that you were doing this in past relationships, you were the one who was being very generous with love and money, and you were healing somebody because they weren't raised the best, because they didn't have a lot of opportunities in life, because of life experience or past relationships they've been through, but they couldn't meet you where you were at. A boundary should have been drawn there when you saw that you were able to give more. You were giving more with the Queen of Cups as somebody who gives and 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 doesn't think anything about it, because she knows that the universe is limitless, or he knows. But I see it's a female doing this. The universe is limitless. What's mine is yours. This is a union of monies. This is a union of love. I know it'll come back to me. And this person could have never had it, or could have been stubborn when it was their time to give you love and money. They didn't give you oodles or noodles, but you probably still stayed because you believed in universal return, or you believed it would return. And a boundary should have been laid there once you saw that the first thing that came up that you needed their help with, whether it was attending a funeral or emotional support because of a death in the family, or, you know, an accident you got in, and let's say they weren't there, or you gave birth or something like that, and this person betrayed you, a liar and a Judas. But with the Queen of Cups energy, whether you're male or female, you could have still been waiting for a new beginning with that person, and the universe wanted you to see that boundary should have been set. We went through relationships where boundaries should have been set. Now that we've learned, we can get the King of Pentacles. Okay? It's time to leave. This no longer serves you. That is what the universe was trying to show you the whole time. This self-importance, this regalness. Okay? When you see that people have obviously baited you into a relationship to help them, give them new beginnings, want to marry them, while they just really were a dark person, or they were a hoe, or they were broke. All right, what else do we have here? Be open to the possibility first for it to come. Okay, you're going to need a positive mindset when it comes to men again if you want to get a new relationship. So this is a big focus on fathers and husbands. And just look at those couples. Look at that happy man. Look at that happy woman. Oh, I can't wait to have that for me. That is being open to the possibility first. We ain't hating around this motherfucker. No. We're not trying to take that man a husband from nobody either by being a side piece. That's not what I mean by, oh, I can't wait till I get it. We really stay joyful that we're going to be receiving something new if we keep on seeing couples, if we keep seeing husbands, if we keep seeing fathers, if we keep seeing reels on these great guys or husbands or great feats that a couple has done. That's the sign you're about to receive something new. Okay? Yeah. None of this. Okay. Well, they're a father, huh? Well, what if they're not a good parent? Like, no, we're going to positively wait. And Scorpio knows that. That's how we stay open to the possibility first. We are cheering people on. We are at those weddings. We are supporting those couples. We are happy for people who come into new things. Okay, honey? We are happy for the past people who have come into new things. But I feel like a lot of them is baiting for you to come and check it out. A lot of your past relationships have moved in with people, gotten married, or gotten successful all of a sudden. And they did it because they wanted you to come back into a relationship with them. Like, oh, it must have got better over here. Well, I was waiting for you to marry me and you just did that with the quickness. Leave them and let's get married now. That's what they wanted. But I bet you this person moved quickly with the person. They moved in with the next person quickly. They got married very quickly. Okay? Or they moved very quickly because they were scared, Scorpio, that you were going to start telling people how they really treated you in that relationship or how broke they are, how broken they were. Yeah, that's why they hurried up and jumped into that new thing so that you can never paint a narrative about them. So you can never tell the truth about them. Okay, really. What you hate will end suddenly. Who you hate will suddenly disappear. A bad day suddenly gets better. Success instead of defeat. 555 energy with the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is somebody who carries positive energy. Stop worrying. Happiness, love, affection, and goodwill are in your future. New job, someone appreciating or valuing your work. New friendship offers, relationships reaching understanding. All of that is in the new cycle. This is in the new cycle. This is in the new cycle. Okay. Any kind of blocks that have been, these were the blocks. This is what can block you from a new relationship because of the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, because someone's been scorned by something. Something happened in the dark. They couldn't have conversations with a person. Somebody didn't help or support them. So somebody was like, fuck relationships. You know, I don't see the good in them. Well, blocks have been removed, baby. It's been so long that the spirit is no longer holding the weight of your past relationships. And the new moon in Scorpio brings us that exoneration, brings us that exoneration day. Okay. Now you can step into your new coronation ceremony. Is that what it called when Elsa in Frozen? It was her coronation. Yes, now it's your coronation. Okay, you're stepping into your new cycle. Okay, it's no more blocks internally or in your spirit or in your heart. You are now starting to be open to the possibility first of having a healthier relationship, better relationship. We had to learn about boundaries being applied as well, and that's been definitely learned. The world has changed since the last time you tried something is basically what I'm trying to say. The world has changed for the better since the last time you've been in one, baby. Okay. Maybe you was a part of the thug movement. If you had any relationships between 2000 and 2012, oh my God. Oh my God. Because that was a whole decade where women were really devalued and disintegrated, okay? It was bad in the 90s, too, okay? There was a lot of abuse and disintegration of women, okay? And then in the 80s, we had a lot of women who learned how to stick in relationships despite gambling, drug abuse, poverty. And a lot of families were split in the 80s so that the women could have public housing. All of that affected us decade after decade and had to slowly be, balanced or washed out. Well, they're saying that things have gotten better now. And like I stated, there is somebody from the past who really wants you to see them in a better light. If only they could bait you into having a chance to perform for you. Somebody wants to showcase, like, I'm not stubborn anymore. I'm not selfish anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not selfish or stubborn anymore. You see? And you're like, it's over, baby. Okay. Someone doing and saying anything to impress you. Okay. Now we've learned that people will do this, and we've had to learn that some of them were lying. It was really them that was doing all of those things when it came to what they were saying about their mother or their father or their baby father or their baby mother or boyfriend or girlfriend or what happened at work or school or something. We really saw it was them. But we can't walk around, right? We can't walk around thinking that that's going to happen again. The Ten of Swords is when someone feels like history is doomed to repeat. But it's a promise that what happened to you won't happen to you again. Somebody could be trying to impress you. Then the King of Pentacles, they don't have to try. It doesn't even say try. Someone's doing and saying anything to impress you. The King of Pentacles will show off their possessions. They'll chirp their car. They'll show you they have a job. They'll show you they have a home. They'll show you those things. But if you look at this person's appearance and mannerisms after your whole tour you've done of dating and love, is what he's saying he has matching up to how he carries himself, his mannerisms and his appearance? Somebody could always rent something for a day. Somebody could always use a friend's car. There could be a lot of manipulating. That could always be an Airbnb. That could always be a temp job. That could always be temporary. That could always be a lie. Especially if the person is acting ignorant as all hell. Saying things that is just not very positive. There's no way you could have made it up to this stature in life and feel that way after a bad day, or get into heated exchanges with people. Going back to this 555 energy, I know people who will sit up there and say, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, but they hate everybody. Everybody hates them. They're saying they always got people hating on them. They always having bad days. They always feel like they're being defeated. They're always blaming other people. Honey, this all must be rented, because there's no way that you discharge like this and you really got that going on. You never at peace. You're never positive. You never let things go. You never value yourself more than violence or crap. Like, you know, if they don't value themselves, then they won't be able to de-escalate something for the family or the children. If this person just pops off very easily, then they wouldn't make a good steward of a family. So that's why they can't have one. Okay. Somebody here is trying to desperately get into being a family man or a husband, but they're not able to, because they don't deserve it. They're wondering why the universe is not giving them a good woman or marriage or a beautiful woman or beautiful person, or a man that can provide for them. They've been manifesting it and they can't receive it. And they're hoping that, you know, this person is you, and they can't receive it. They can't manifest you into their life or manifest you back, because they don't deserve it. It's a lot of people that have eyes on you, feel like you're a very sweet person. You will be a good steward of children and all of this kind of stuff. Great to marry, great to live with. And they're trying to manifest you into their life. They're trying to manifest meeting you, but they can't, because it's secretly they're not a good parent. Secretly, they end up being jealous of you. They're not a very positive person. They could be a hoe. And, they can't attract any abundance into their life because they're so much of a dark person. But this person wants to manifest you or manifest you back. Okay. This person has been under fire from a past person. If you ever met this person's wife or husband or ex-spouse, they would be like, let me tell you about this motherfucker. We have fights every day. This person, but I'm waiting on them to feel guilty and repair things with me. So somebody, past person, got something to say about your past person, or their current person has something to say. If you only knew. This person got into this marriage or relationship or moved in with me, and all they do is think about you. They got some things about what's been going on in the dark since being with them. And it's like they know this person misses you. They know that they just got with them to spite you or to hurt you or try to move on from you or to make you make a move. Their wife or girlfriend has to live with knowing that this person secretly misses you every day. That they don't really feel loved by this person. That they're just with them to hurt you or to look like they didn't do nothing wrong to you, or to live off of them, because they could have got with a woman that's the Queen of Cups. She either got her own Section 8, he gonna live off her, or she got her own apartment, home, or inheritance, or a car, or she's the boss's daughter or something like that, and he got with her for money, just like this person was trying to get with you for money. And she let that shit happen, and look at her now. They like penniless because this man ran through all the money. Ran through all the money. Probably even sold things that was given to her by a deceased relative. Like, because that's a broke person. If they around an inheritance, baby, they gonna be like, look at all of this here. You know, you could sell this. You know, you could sell that. And when you get into a relationship with somebody, or you marry them, you come home, that cocktail table just gone. They didn't take it up with you. And you come on like, what did you do? Well, I made a decision. We in a relationship, right? Well, I told you you should really sell your grandmother or grandfather or father or mother's heirloom, and I sold it. I don't know why you don't think like that. But now that you're in a relationship with me, you need to start selling all this shit, as a matter of fact. Like, damn. So that's what happened. Yeah, shocking news. A blessing in disguise is occurring. Moving out or an act of God. God pulls someone out of your life, figuring out why something happened the way it did. All right, you guys, if you want to book a reading with me, check my description box. It's got all of my services, rates, and my website. Also, check out, I should say, stay in tune or subscribe, because I also am going to be doing another $10 Cash App Live where you can ask me a question about love, money, or spirituality for 10. Now, when I got off Cancer reading last night, I've been reading for 2 hours. I was tired as fuck. I said, you can ask me anything. Don't you dare ask me just anything. Love, money, or spiritual. Yeah, I know I was tired, Cancers. But anyway, Scorpio, yeah, please subscribe and stay tuned and hit notifications on so that you guys can be notified when I do the $10 Cash App Lives coming up now and in the future. But if you like your own personal reading, my reading started at $25. You can go ahead and navigate to my website and you can book me today. All right. So don't forget to thumbs up the video if you made it this far. Thank you for all the people who like my videos. As always, so sweet and surprising. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Also, check out my latest members upload. I'm about to upload again for members. If you'd like to join the channel and become a truth seeker, that information is in the description box as well. You can see my latest upload, and you can just see all of my uploads when you navigate to my membership tab. Just pressing any members only video will show you all of the videos that are up there, because I read on a lot of things before they happen. So it's a lot of stuff up there, and I'm going to be adding another video this weekend. So thank you so much for your continued support, Scorpio. I truly appreciate it. Love you guys to the moon and back, literally, and happy new moon in your sign.